Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Eric Johnson, and as usual, we do all things racing here. Getting the 14 car ready, I should say, for this weekend's event. After coming out of last weekend's, getting the win at South Sound Speedway, that was super cool to get our second feature event win there this year, and our 6th win of the year there overall. So pretty good season so far. We're trying to keep the momentum rolling into our next weekend, but we're diving back into the shop side videos here for the midweek stuff here, and then you can expect a race day video later this weekend. So getting the car ready for, it's going to be July 17th. Should be a really fun day. They're going to have a lot of fun classes out there. It's going to be more of a show event than a real big racing event. Instead of having the super late models or anything there, they're having some boat races, bump to pass, some fun stuff for the crowd, along with us and some other small classes. So it's going to be a fun weekend all the way around, no doubt about that. I'm sure there's going to be plenty to watch, so if you're in the area, make sure to come out. Racing starts at 6:30, but if not, I hope you guys enjoy the videos. I'll try to make it the best possible experience for you guys and make sure to show you everything I can, but this is going to be fun. Let's get started. As far as the car goes, I got it up on jack stands, as you can see, and we are going to be pretty much running through it nut and bolt process as usual, making sure everything's all lubed up and freed up, nothing bound, to make sure we're ready to go. Probably going to pull the brakes and scratch them if we have time. If not, no worries, we can find some other time to do that, maybe just not today. Something else I want to look at is actually cutting back our fender wells just a smidge. We've had some issues with our tires rubbing on them when we're really down and compressed into the corners, so you can actually see some rubbing here. So I just want to make sure we avoid anything like a tire going down in the future. No reason to have it that close anyways, so we'll go ahead and just shave that back if we can. And then last thing, we just got to make sure we didn't bend nothing. Last race, for any of you guys that saw, we had just a bit of contact with our buddy Sean at the wheel on our right front, and because of that, I just want to make sure nothing is bent, like I said. And this, you can actually see, this wasn't from that contact. This was from earlier in the year when we won our first main event. Just going off in one of the corners, coming around a lap car, just got a little too high and just got barely into the wall. The only damage we actually got from getting into Sean was just a little bit of slight bending on the outside of this rim, which is no big deal. So we actually won't even be running these this weekend. We're going back to our other set, so we'll get some new tires on, and yeah, we'll go have some fun. But let's just dive into the nut and bolt stuff, and then hopefully I will explain stuff in a little bit. Sadly, I forgot my tripod somewhere else, so I'm gonna have to get a little creative on how I prop you guys up so you can see what I'm doing, but I'm sure I'll figure something out here. I want to crawl under here and make sure everything's looking all right for being straight, I guess. Taking a look, first thing I want to look at is our heims on our tire rods, and this one looks fairly straight to me. Our inside one is looking straight as well, which is a good sign. Lower control arm, everything's looking pretty straight. I'm happy with that. All right, I'll get in here a little bit more and inspect things, but pretty happy with what I'm seeing. I got underneath, everything looks fairly, all straight to me, nothing out of the blue. We checked toe at the track and it did knock the toe out of it. When it happened, we reset everything, made sure everything was all good to what we could see, and then it ran good in the mains. So we're not too concerned about it. Like I said, I went through everything, couldn't see anything. Checked all all the nuts and bolts, made sure everything was tight, and everything's good up front. We're gonna move to the rear, check that out really quick, and then we are gonna cut those fenders back like I said, then lube everything up, get everything put back together, and there's not much left to do on this thing. For the first time in a long time between races, we don't have a lot to do. After that last one, doing the oil change, doing all the preventative maintenance, getting the new radiator in, and the other small stuff I did on the interior, just to get it comfortable, there's really not much left to do besides nut and bolt this thing, make sure it's not gonna fall apart on us, and yeah, your typical, just make sure everything's good to go. So we're only gonna take care of that stuff real quick, then I'll load up the trailer, and that's about it. So obviously that's not super clean line, but all that is there with the tape is just to protect my wrap. So I'm just gonna use our Sawzall here to cut back some, and then I'll sand it back, but that is just to keep the wrap from tearing any past where we're trying to cut here. Not bad. Cut in here. Nice. Just like that. Got our right side taped off as well. This one rubs pretty bad, so cut that back now too. Not bad. I'm just kind of running around doing my normal clean on the body, getting any of that rubber loosened up off of it, and yeah, just making this thing look a little cleaner. So as of now, I got those fenders cut out, and things nut and bolted, looking through the car, and then cleaned up the body a little bit. But I actually got to jet out of here just for a little bit to take care of some family stuff, and then I will be back for a little late night shop session to finish up the car here, and get everything loaded up. So I'll leave it as is now. I got a lot of work to do to get the trailer all tidied up, and then we'll be back here tonight, like I said, just a few seconds for you guys, and we'll wrap all this up here. But we're getting close. There's really just not much to do, so I'm trying to show as much as I can, but it's just the nitpicky small details. I'm very exact in the way that I want my car to look and be, and I have my process that I go through between every race with my nut and bolt process. So running through that pretty much, but we're fairly lucky to say that we just don't have much to do this time. So we'll tighten everything up, and then we'll get out of here later tonight, and hopefully this weekend we can go have some fun. Before I jet out of here, this is a great time to talk about some stuff on the car that I've been pretty excited to talk about for a while. But obviously you guys know that Valley Escapes Landscape Solutions and Key Property Services, which is on our hood, have been longtime sponsors of our racing career here. in our racing journey, I should say, helping us out from the beginning, making so much of this possible. That's truly why we have found a lot of our success that we have. But the really fun one that I want to talk about today is up here, GoPro. So cool to say that they are the official action camera of Eric Jr. Racing. Our team here, every single bit of footage that you have seen has come straight from our GoPros, and that has made so much of this entire process possible and shareable with you guys. Without them, we would have no way to share any of our at-track moments in the detail that we do, in the real raw way that we do. Getting you up close and personal with the cars from my point of view, other point of views around the car, from the stands, after the races, in our interviews, around the track, looking back, looking forward. So many different times I can look back and just be so thankful that we've had those cameras, and they are gonna give us memories for a long time to come. So can't thank GoPro enough. So excited to have them on the car. Hopefully we can build that relationship even further in the future. But as of now, let's get out of here, guys, and then we will be back in a bit to take care of things. All right, well, good morning, guys. It is actually the next day. I did not get back to the shop last night just because we were having a little bit of fun with family. Maybe I can throw in a clip. But yeah, went and hung out with some family and ended up doing some off-roading business, which was pretty fun. Going off in a Razor and messing around with that, and it just got pretty late by the time I got back. It was probably 10:30, so just decided to spend the day today back at the shop, push things aside for the day, and we're gonna go do that. So let's head over to the shop and finish things up. We are jumping straight back into things here at the shop. Gonna finish nutting and bolting the rear end up a little bit. Some of the some stuff up front I gotta hit again too, just to make sure we're all good. Get things cleaned up, we'll get it on the ground and get the trailer loaded, and hopefully we'll be out of here after that. Through everything here and nut and bolted. Gonna get in here and just hit all those heims, lube them up, make sure they're free. Work that back and forth in there and just get everything freed up again. I do this every time just as a good routine to keep things cleared out of my heims and keep everything loose, and it seems to be doing us a good favor. So just be nice to everything, and then I'll do the same on all four corners. Get everything free, shake it back and forth, make sure we're good. There we go. All right, last one here. Oh, yeah. Nice. Pretty much the same thing here. Sorry about the weird angle, but I don't have my tripod to get things set up comfortably, but get on those Zerp fittings if I can get on it. Ready? There we go. Make sure everything's nice and greased up. Last thing I want is anything getting bound up through any corner. Just good to get in the habit of doing this stuff. It's something I didn't used to do, and I found it definitely helps a lot. Car's coming together, it's looking real clean. I'm gonna go ahead and actually jump in and pull my right rear brake caliper off. I wanna check our pads, see how things are looking, and then if they're kind of glossed over, probably go to each corner and scrape them up just a bit, like we did last time. But besides that, just kind of doing a wellness check on them. I kind of want to know what one race does to them, so this is the best way to do that. So I'll go ahead and pull those off. So I just checked the brakes. I was pretty happy with it. Just wanted to clean up that right rear just because it does have a little bit of a seal leak back there, but I'm gonna go ahead and button up the car now, get the tires on it, get on the ground and throw it on the scales really quick, just to get an idea of where we are. We've made some changes lately, so I just wanna kind of make sure we're in the right ballpark still, and get notes just so we can always come back to this as a baseline. So do that, and then we should be able to get out of here. All right, getting ready to scale her here, making sure my air pressures are close to what they need to be. Close enough to go ahead and do it. I actually don't have my air compressor here, so we're as close as they're gonna get. Go ahead and zero out our scale here.
Always fun trying to do this by yourself. Okay, it is reading everything. Go ahead and set that there, and now we can put up on scales.
As much as I wish I could show you guys my scale numbers, that's kind of the one thing that will set people apart in the series, so you got to keep those to yourself. But I'm happy with them. We are looking pretty good, so all legal. Happy with it, absolutely. That's always a good thing to check after making changes, is make sure you're still in that legal ballpark. So we are all good to go. I'm still happy with my numbers. They're all looking exactly kind of what we expected, and we can get this thing loaded up. It's a little hot in here, but got everything in the trailer nice and sorted. Clean in the back, and give you guys a nice view of the front. Got everything nice, tidied away. So we're ready to go. I'm gonna get out of here, and then we will be back on race day morning. Here, I just do really want to give one last big thank you to Key Property Services on the hood, Valleyscapes Landscaping back there, and our newest partner, GoPro. So cool to have all three of them on the car. It really does help us out so much to have support like that. Financial support is huge in racing, as many of you guys probably already know. But it's what makes it possible for us to go try new things. All that road course stuff we've been doing is truly all because of them, and it's really, really benefited me as a driver, I think. And so hopefully in the future we can keep trying to do the same thing, but I just can't thank those guys enough for being on here and helping me out in every single way that they can. So I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is gonna be part 1 of 2 of our July 17th weekend, race weekend. So it is gonna be a fun weekend. It's gonna be a little bit cooler. My guess is the track's gonna be a little bit more hooked up, and we'll see how the car likes it. I'm pretty happy with our scale numbers, so going in the weekend with a positive mindset, hopefully, you know, we can get a good finish out of it. Good clean finish is what we're looking for. And yeah, I just hope you guys are looking forward to it as much as I am. I'm really excited. It has been unbelievable lately at the track. So besides that, I just want to thank you guys all again for tuning in. Feel free to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. It really does help me realize and figure out exactly what kind of content you guys like, whether you like these shop videos or if you'd rather just see the at-track business stuff. We can do that either way. Let me know what you guys want to see, or if you want me to explain anything more in depth. But yeah, I will let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. And besides that, guys, until next time, take it easy.